I want to talk about today about having a good conversation. I believe that a good conversation is important because you can really get to know someone when you have a good conversation with them. But I also believe that in a conversation, it is like a seesaw. Up, down, up, down. What I mean by that is I talk, you talk. I talk, you talk. Not one person dominating the conversation. A good conversation is we get a chance to express how we feel. And then off of what we're saying, if a person is listening to what you have to say, then they're going to probably want to say something off of what you just said. But you have to give them the opportunity to be able to speak. So you can't jump from one subject to the next subject to the next subject and not giving them an opportunity to put some input in on what you have to say. And also, if you listen to a person as they're speaking, we all have silent cries. We all have things that are on our heart that if you listen to a person speaking, you'll be able to tell what's going on within them. And you can also ask them, well, what did you mean by that? When you said this, this, and this, what did you mean by that? That right there will open the door to allow some people to feel like you do care about what's going on in their life. So to have this good conversation, we need to, I talk, you talk. And if we can do that and give each person the opportunity to speak to each other and whatever is on their mind, it'll be amazing of how close we might get to each other just by listening to each other talk. And the mind, you have to train it. You have to train it to not wander here and wander there or think about this or think about that while someone is talking to you. You have to try to zero in on what they are saying, because it's very important for a person to feel like you are listening to me. Not you're not listening to me, because that's not going to want to make the person open up and talk more if they feel like you're not listening to them. So I think we can work on having a good conversation by us talking, then the other person talking, and us going back and forth with that. If we do all the talking, then it's going to be hard to have a good conversation. And it also brings you to, if you do all the talking with a person that you see all the time, how does it work when you're talking to God? If you're always talking with people, then most of the times when you come to God, you're going to be always talking when it comes to God. But if we're going to learn, we have to listen to him. If we want him to direct us, we have to be willing to listen to what he has to say. So think about that. A good conversation is I talk, you talk. Try that with the people around you, the ones that you love. Let them speak and then you speak, and listen intently to what they're having to say. It might help some of our relationships. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Hope it helps.